Hello, today we're going to be talking primarily about Burke, seeing as the Mafia team released a McGuire file based around him and his operations in his area, and they were about a rash of carjackings that have been increasing throughout the city and primarily in Frisco Fields, but we're about to read into that and get some more information about Burke, so let's get into it. So this is what McGuire wrote on his file. It took a lot of digging, but this is also apparently traced back to Perelli, Gus Perelli, who was an informant, though I shouldn't be surprised, he was an ambitious little cockroach. So Gus Perelli, I'll show you who he is in a second, says that he was an informant, so we can infer that he was an informant for the police or the FBI against the Marcano family, seeing as he was affiliated with them, and that he was a little cockroach, so he's obviously based in some shady dealings. Not just that he's part of the Mafia, but he could be also linked into different kinds of shady areas of New Bordeaux. So I'm about to show you who Gus Perelli is. Gus Perelli is a dock union boss who is obviously in control of the River Road dock, and he's quite important in the McGuire files kind of timeline. We don't know if he's if he's very important in the actual main story, but most of the events that happen in the McGuire files happen around him, seeing as he tries to pit Vito and Sal Marcano against each other by telling Vito one thing and telling Sal that Vito is trying to take over and something like that. And obviously we've learned here that he's in fact a police informant as well as a little cockroach that is trying to get Vito and Marcano to go against each other. But this could also be linked into why he is killed, seeing as he goes missing. Well, he was last seen at the Perfect Waffle, and he goes missing after, and also his body is found in around 2003, and this could his death could possibly be linked into to why he was killed, seeing as there are a lot of events been taking place recently about busts and the cops taking down some people. But I digress. Let's go into the long-awaited file. So it was first noted in report that a recent rash of car thefts throughout Frisco Fields coincided with increased activity at chop shops that have been under surveillance. Gus Perelli had passed along news to the local authorities of an upcoming shipment that could tip off the identities of some of the key people behind the ongoing operations. The next expected shipment occurs sometime over the evening of April 21st near a scrapyard in Pointe-Verdun. The interesting part of that is that it mentions a scrapyard in Pointe-Verdun, and the only person that we know owns a scrapyard is Burke. So Burke is involved in some chop shops, and a huge shipment is going through his scrapyard, and Gus Perelli is ratted to the cops about it, and now his scrapyard is going to get raided on the April 21st. So the next part is coordinating with local authorities. The current plan to provide a cordoned off stretch to redirect traffic away from the intercept point under the guise of road work. Currently requesting funds for additional roadwork vehicles from the Carvar construction. And as we know that the Carvar construction is linked primarily to the Marcano family, so this could possibly be Burke working with the Marcano family with the shipment, and that is how Gus Perelli knows about the shipment, and that's why he's writing to the cops. So as you can see at the top, this is in 1966, 2 years prior of the events of Mafia 3. So this is when Burke and the Marcanos had a good relationship and they were working together, and this could possibly be where it could have been sparked into what it is in Mafia 3, when Burke wants revenge against Marcano. It could be possibly that Burke was actually arrested for this, and in Louisiana law that you could be punished up to 2 to 10 years for car theft. So that could possibly he could possibly had jail time, and could have gotten out earlier due to his police connections. So that is something worth looking into also. So next we'll have a look at the bottom. New Bordeaux, Louisiana will continue to follow and report any new activities under new case number to remove references to informant. So it shows you a little bit at the bottom there. It says the end of Waffle and the beginning of Frisco Fields. And the only person that we know is very fond of that location and was his last known location is Gus Perelli once again. It all links back to Gus Perelli being the informant. And McGuire himself said Gus Perelli was the informant. So As you can't remember where the perfect waffle is, it's that place. It's located in Frisco Fields once again. And yeah, it's me repeating myself, last place that Gus Perelli was seen alive. So, like and subscribe for some more, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye. He is currently on the floor, and guess who that looks like? It looks like Baka. Baka the